Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am doing the worst match of every WrestleMania. There was 41 WrestleManias, and let's get straight into it. Worst match of the first WrestleMania, King Kong Bundy versus SD Jones. King Kong Bundy was a very big guy. He fought, Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania. And SD Jones was a great wrestler too. Well, not too. He was probably better than King Kong Bundy. And this match was just a squash match. It was like 3 minutes, and yeah, it was just really bad. Next up, Adrian Adonis defeated Uncle Elmer. Adrian Adonis, some people know him. But Uncle Elmer? Who? I need to look this up. I should have already looked this up. Uncle Elmer was a regional gimmick wrestler, employed for his massive size and unique personality. So, he was just employed because he was a big guy. So, yeah. So, did he play any other, Playboy Frazier, if you knew him. He played Kamala, too. Yeah, he was just, really, not that good. He just was a gimmick person, and Vince McMahon just employed him because he was big. Next up, we have Hillbilly Kid, Haiti Jim, and Little Beaver defeated King Kong Bundy, Lord Littlebrook, and Little Tokyo. King Kong Bundy's on here again. It's because he just has so many, squash matches. He won by disqualification in this. He lost by disqualification to Hillbilly Kid, Haiti Jim, and Little Beaver. Who's Little Beaver? Let's look it up again. Little Beaver. Little Beaver was a Canadian professional wrestler. His name was Lionel Grillo. And, he was short. That's why he was employed. Probably same with Lord Littlebrook and Little Tokyo. I'm gonna look those up. Lord Littlebrook. He was a English midget wrestler. He was also short. I'm taller than some wrestlers, and I'm short. I'm like 4'7". And, he was an English midget wrestler. He, was in NWA, and that's really what he's known for. Then Little Tokyo wrestler. It's a Japanese professional midget wrestler who competed in North American, promotions, like the AWA, NWA, and the WWF. Okay. So, next up, we have One Man Gang versus Bam Bam Bigelow. Another, instance of just two big guys fighting and not being very good. It was just a mess. Next up, we have the Red Rooster versus Bobby Heenan. If I'm not, wrong, the Red Rooster is Kerry Von Erich? No, Terry Taylor. Not Kerry Von Erich. I messed that up. But, so he was the Red Rooster, and, he fought against a manager, Bobby Heenan. Bobby Heenan was a manager. He couldn't wrestle. So, yeah. The Orient Express versus the Rockers. The Rockers, as everyone knows, is Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, but the Orient Express, not a lot of people know this, was a professional wrestling tag team in the WWF in the early 1990s, consisted of Pat Tanaka and Eiko Sato, who was later replaced by Kato. So, yeah, they were Japanese professional wrestlers that fought against the Rockers, and it was not a very good match. Let me tell you, they just fought and failed fighting. Next up, we have Jenny. Forgive me if I butcher this. Junichiro Tenyu and Koji Kaito defeated Demolition. Genokyo Tenryu, well, Demolition, we all know it. They were the famous, what's it called, tag team that, consisting of, consisting of Axe, Smash, and Crush, yeah. And then Denny Rocho Tenyu is a Japanese retired professional wrestler and performer. He wrestled for AJPW, Super SWS, Wrestle Association R, and Tenryu Project, which is his own promotion. And yeah, so he was famous in Japan, but I don't watch Japanese wrestling much. Then we had, who was the other guy? Koji Kaito. Koji Kaito was they don't have a they do have a Wikipedia page on him. And yes, I'm getting all this stuff off of Wikipedia. He was a Japanese professional sumo wrestler and professional wrestler. He was the sumo's 60th Yokozuna, and he was an actor too. And he played a sumo wrestler in the Jean-Claude Van Damme film The Quest, which I did not watch. I was not going to watch that. I found that out that he was in that, but I did not watch that. Next up we have, and I'm showing you here, as the video goes on, I'm going to be looking up less and less people. Owen Hart versus Skinner. Owen Hart with Owen Hart, but he had the worst match of WrestleMania. I have to count this. WrestleMania 1992. Yeah. And it was awful. Skinner is more better known as Steve Kern.
Hold on.
And he played Doink the Clown himself. Blackheart? I don't know who that is. But yeah. Okay, the next one for WrestleMania 1993. The Steiners versus the Head Shrinkers. The Head Shrinkers, I feel like I should know this, but the Steiners are, of course, Rick and Scott. And, oh yeah, the Head Shrinkers were the Samoan SWAT team, with Fatu and Samu. They competed in WWF, WCW, WCCW, NJPW, WWC. But yeah, it was a pretty bad match. Next up, we have Earthquake versus Atom Bomb. These people I know off the top of my head. Earthquake, he had a rivalry with Hulk Hogan, broke Hulk Hogan's ribs, and Atom Bomb was just like a kind of like, I don't know, what's the word? The one that loses all the time. I don't know, but he just lost all the time. I feel like I should know this. I don't know. But he also was in Chronic. But he near the end he what's it called? near the end, he started winning more matches, but back in the beginning, he did not win many matches. Next up, we have Allied Powers defeated the Blue Brothers. Allied Powers is Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage, but the Blue Brothers, also known as the Harris Brothers, Donald and Ronald Harris. Let's see. Neither of them. Ron Harris was 8-ball from, and Don Harris was, 8-ball WWE, well, WWF. The Disciples of Apocalypse was biker-themed wrestling stable. It had Crush, Chains, Skull, 8-ball. Skull and 8-ball were the Blue Brothers, and they were managed by Paul Ellering. Next up, we have the Huckster defeated Nacho Man. This was just a fun match. It was hard to put this at last, but it wasn't good wrestling. It was just comedic, as we will see with WrestleMania 36. 2020 WrestleMania. Worst WrestleMania ever. Next up, we have, what's it called? Where is it? I keep losing my spot on this list. The Headbangers defeated the Can-Am Express, the Godwins, and the New Blackjacks. Headbangers, as we said earlier, with the Samoan SWAT team, Samu and Fatu. The Can-Am Express was a professional wrestling tag team comprising Doug Furness and Dan Crawford / Phil LaFon. And they were just a tag team in the late 80s to late 90s. Then after that, we have the Godwins, Henry and what's his brother's name? I have to look this up now because it's gonna bother me for the rest of the day. The Godwins, Henry and Phineas. I always forget Phineas. But yeah, and then the New Blackjacks. The New Blackjacks. It's like JBL and was JBL and Blackjack Wyndham. What's his name? Blackjack Wyndham was, what's his name? Barry Windham. And if you knew him as the Stalker. Yeah, good, great name. Next up we have Taka Minchuko versus Aguila. Taka Minchuko was the wrestler from Kai and Tai, but Aguila? How did I spell it? What did I spell it? Aguila. Aguila Wrestling. Mr. Aguila is Mexican wrestling, Mexican professional wrestler, better known as Mr. Aguila, and he works in CMLL, AAA, and he was veiws in WWE, well, WWF back then. Next up we have Sable defeated Tori. Both of these I know. They were just women valets, I think they called them back then, and they just fought in this, what's it called? they fought in this, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Fought in this really bad match, and it was awful. And it was just, it wasn't really fighting, it was just throwing each other around a bit, and they didn't really, you know what, it was awful. That's all I need to say. Next up we have TNA versus Head Cheese. I actually know both of these people. TNA was Test and Albert. They, Test was more famous than Albert. Albert's now a trainer at the Performance Center. Then we have Head Cheese with Al Snow and Steve Blackman, which is possibly the most forgotten tag team ever. But it was, that match was just awful, cause it was just, you can't, what am I trying to say? They couldn't fight. None of them could really fight in this era. Like, it was either the booking or, I don't know, but they just looked like they couldn't fight. Next up we have Shane McMahon versus Mr. McMahon. Father versus son. It's the normal match. Just, Mr. McMahon is an awful wrestler. Shane McMahon is the athletic McMahon and still an awful wrestler. Next up we have Jazz defeated Trish Stratus and Lita. Jazz is the only one I had to look up for this one. So, I'm going to go through Trish Stratus and Lita. Trish Stratus is, well, everybody knows Trish Stratus. Lita, however, is, still very big. She had that whole thing with, Jeff Hardy and Edge that she was popular with. But Jazz is a retired American professional wrestler and manager. And she fought in WWE and WWF and NWA and ECW and Impact. So, yeah. It was an awful match, though. Even though two of the performers were great, it was still an awful match. Next up, we have Val Venus and Lance Storm defeated Kane and RVD. Val Venus, if you know, you know. Lance Storm, he was a big guy. Just WWE, what's his name? Hired him just to be, you know, muscle. Next up, we have Tori Wilson and Sable defeated Jacqueline and Stacy Keibler. Tori Wilson was never a wrestler. Sable was never a wrestler. Jacqueline was a wrestler. Stacy Keibler was never a wrestler. 3 out of 4 of those people in that tag match were never wrestlers. Were never meant to be wrestlers. So, you know. Akabino defeated Big Show. If you know, you know. Next up, Tori Wilson defeated Candice Michelle. Tori Wilson is a wrestler that, she had some, I guess, good matches. Candice Michelle had better matches than, what's her name? No, wait, no. I said the wrong person. Tori Wilson was not a wrestler. I was thinking of the wrong person. I was thinking of Tori, not Tori Wilson. She was not a wrestler. And Candice Michelle was a model. Actress. Not really a professional wrestler. And she is just known for WWE. She didn't go into any other promotions. But, yeah. It is not, she wasn't very good, and none of them were very good in this match. Well, neither were very good in this match. So, yeah. Next up, we have Rey Mysterio and Carlito defeated the Hurricane and Chavo Guerrero. All 4 of these are great wrestlers. Okay, 3 out of the 4 of these are great wrestlers. Carlito, not so much. But, the tag team, who picked these tag teams? I think I'm going to put Rey Mysterio and Carlito versus Hurricane and Chavo Guerrero. Great idea. No, it was an awful match. Next up, we have Floyd Mayweather defeated Big Show. Floyd Mayweather's a boxer. What's with Big Show having these weird matches against people that aren't even wrestlers? Next up, we have the Colons. I love wrestling tag teams named after body parts versus Miz and Morrison. Miz and Morrison is my favorite wrestling tag team. Don't get me wrong. They were amazing. But the Colons, not so much. Primo and Epico, they were good wrestlers, but they didn't have WrestleMania potential. Next up, we have Bret Hart defeated Mr. McMahon. Mr. McMahon is not a wrestler. Bret Hart was in his 50s. It was awful. Next up, we have John Morrison, Snooki, and Trish Stratus defeated Dolph Ziggler and Lay Cool. Let's go through all of these people one by one. John Morrison's a good wrestler. But this is when? 27 would be 2011. He wasn't that good of a wrestler back then. Next up, Snooki. I actually had to look her up because I had no clue who that was. Snooki is an American television personality. She was known for being part of MTV. MTV? I thought this was like wrestling, not music video channel. It was, so yeah. Next up, Trish Stratus, great wrestler. Dolph Ziggler, again, this is 2011. He got better, but he wasn't good in this. And Layla and Michelle McCool. They were not that good of wrestlers. So, yeah, it was a train wreck. Next up, Kelly and Maria Menounos. He did Beth Phoenix and Eve Torres. I have to look up Maria Menounos. Maria Menounos is a television host, not a wrestler. What's with WWE adding random people? What does she have to do with wrestling? Okay, she's an ambassador. She's WWE ambassador, but except for that, what else does she have to do with wrestling? And especially with WrestleMania. WrestleMania. She wasn't a wrestler. She was a Greek television host. And then we have Kelly, who was not a wrestler, just there for show. Beth Phoenix, great wrestler. Eve Torres, not a wrestler, just there for show. 1 out of the 4 of those were great wrestlers. You can tell how that went. Next up, we have Team Hell No, Daniel Bryan and Kane versus Big E and Dolph Ziggler. Again, this was, when was this? 2013. Dolph Ziggler didn't end up getting big till like 2016. Team Hell No were great. They were great. This was the year I was born. This was great. I love Team Hell No. And Big E. He went to become one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Okay, that was an overstatement. But he got to be a good wrestler. And then, but we have, like, over here, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just not a good tag team. Big E and Dolph Ziggler. They weren't a good tag team. Next up, we have John Cena defeated Bray Wyatt. Both of these will be on this list at least 2 more times. And John Cena defeated Bray Wyatt. It was a regular just match. This overall was a good WrestleMania, so this was the worst match out of all of them. Next up, we have Undertaker defeated the aforementioned Bray Wyatt. This was awful. The last match was just bad because the rest of the show was amazing. This was just awful. Undertaker was way past his prime. His prime was the late 2000s. But just, it was awful. Kalisto defeated Ryback. 2 not main eventers at all. So let's put him in WrestleMania. So yeah. The same problem with our next entry. Neville defeated Austin Aries. Neville, better known as Pac, he was a great wrestler, but I guess this was probably his peak, because he didn't do much after. And then we have Austin Aries, is a who's now a TNA World Champion, but he's now much more famous than he was when he was in WWE. So it was just a bad match. Next up, Cedric Alexander defeated Mustafa Ali. Cedric Alexander was a great wrestler. Mustafa Ali was a okay wrestler. Put them together on the grandest stage of them all. They missed. They missed and failed. Next up, Tony Nese defeated Buddy Murphy. Tony Nese and Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy is now in AEW under the name Buddy Matthews. But the other guy in this match, Tony Nese, what happened to him? What happened to Tony Nese? Well, let's see. He's now a coach as well as in-ring talent in AEW. He also works for Ring of Honor, but he was not that good. Next up, Bray Wyatt defeated John Cena at the worst WrestleMania ever. 2020 WrestleMania. I know it was in the middle of the pandemic, but still awful. Next up, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler defeated Natalya and Tamina. Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Natalya, Tamina. A good 3 out of 4 of those were great professional wrestlers. Nia Jax was not included in those 4. But Shayna Baszler has left WWE. Nia Jax is just not a good wrestler. Natalya shows up sometimes, but really just doesn't wrestle anymore. Tamina hasn't been seen since 2023. So now the 4 of them aren't even in WWE anymore. Collectively, really only one of them is a full-time wrestler in WWE. But it was just awful. The match itself was just bad. Next up, Drew McIntyre defeated Happy Corbin. Remember that Happy Corbin angle? Drew McIntyre defeated Happy Corbin at WrestleMania 38. This was 2023. 2023 should have had much better WrestleMania than this. I turned 10. That's why. But it was just no. This wasn't 2023. This was 2022. It should still have a good WrestleMania. This is when the pandemic really ended. But it still was awful. Next up, Austin Theory defeated John Cena. Possibly the worst WrestleMania match ever. It was just awful. Next up, Rey Mysterio and Andrade defeated Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. I know this was like a whole big thing back then, but there was just interference everywhere. It was terrible. El Grande Americano defeated Rey Fenix for this year's WrestleMania. The match itself was mediocre, but the ending was terrible. So that's it, guys, for today. Thank you all for watching, and please subscribe. This video took a long time, and thank you for helping my video, Quick and Easy XP Farm in Minecraft, get 1,600 views. Thank you guys all, and see you next video.